much for clicking on my channel. While all smiles over here, I am with Sonja, like asking a question. Will Sonja help me keep a smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm gonna try not to keep it long, but y'all already know. If it gets good, I'm gonna keep on talking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to go. The nugget today is you lost it, but you will recover it all. But before I get to running my mouth, let's go ahead and do what? Check out this manifestation jar, and then we're gonna talk about it. I pulled out one, y'all, and that one says what? Multi streams of income, and we're gonna take that all day long. Listen, listen, listen. You lost that thing, but you will recover it all. You will. You're going to recover it all. But you got to stay all the way aligned and connected. Why? Because when you're aligned and connected, you'll move in the right direction to recover it all. The thing is, when you're not all the way aligned and connected, what happens? You tend to leave behind. You tend to lose the things that God has ordained you to be, do, and have. And so while you're moving in the wrong direction, what happens? You're trying to fill that void of the things that you have lost. And you're trying to fill it by this, that, and the other. And no matter how much this, that, and the other try to feed you and try to embrace you, it will never be filled. You're going to have to turn and go in the right direction. You know what God says? If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face, and then turn from their wicked ways, then God said he will do what? He will hear from heaven and then heal your land. Healing your land means what? You will recover it all. You will recover it all. A lot of y'all have lost some things, just like I have lost some things in life. But you know what? God sure did recover it, and I have some other stuff I got to recover, and I'm looking forward to it. So if you want to recover what you think you have lost, then you need to get on the right track, Jack. You got to get on the right track. You got to be moving in the right direction. Let me read something to you. It's in the book of Joel. Chapter 2, I think I started in verse 23, and it says what? Be glad then, ye children of Zion, and rejoice in the Lord your God. For he hath given you the former rain moderately, and he will cause to come down for you the rain, the former rain, and the latter rain in the first month. Now, I know what the date is. Maybe it's the last month for you, but every day for me is the first of the month, which means what? I'm going to be blessed either way, okay? You hear me, you got me, okay? And then we're going to go on and say what? And the floors shall be full of wheat, and the fats shall overflow. Y'all know that's my favorite word. What? Overflow, yes. And it shall overflow with wine and oil. It says, and I will, listen, and I will restore to you the years with the S on the end. Not year, not year. See, some of y'all have lost some things throughout the years and you haven't gotten it yet. I'm telling you, if you get on the right track, Jack, you will recover everything that you have lost. Recovered it all the years. And that's from your health, your wealth, your love life, anything that's concerning you, you shall recover it all if you have lost it. But you first got to get on the right track, Jack. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me stop being silly. Here it is right here. I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm and the caterpillar and the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you. And it says what? And ye shall eat in plenty. What does that mean? Plenty. Which means what? It's going to be stuff left over. It's going to be some stuff left over. It's going to be plenty. You got to worry about if it's going to be enough. Am I just going to be just getting by? Are we going to eat this and then die? Are we going to be able to stay in this house for this month? We got the rent for this month. Will we be able to stay in for next month? Will we be able to pay the car note for this month? But what about next month? You're going to have plenty. Are you listening to me? Y'all ready for this? You ready for this kind of overflow? Are you ready to restore what has been lost? Are you ready to recover that thing? Are you ready to recover it all? Okay. All right. Here we go. It says, and ye shall eat in plenty and be, oh, this is good right here, and be satisfied. Come on now. You know what satisfied means. Have you ever been in a space where you had just enough money to pay your bills, but you had a taste for some crab legs, and you had to but you couldn't eat the crab legs, you had to go in your kitchen, just settle for a hot dog? Is that satisfied? No, I've been there, done that. Have you ever been where you paid something off and you wanted to go on vacation, but you couldn't because you didn't have plenty? So you just settled for what? Sitting on the back porch and barbecuing and grilling instead. Is that being satisfied? No. Y'all see where I'm going here? Okay, let me keep reading. It says, okay, no, well, let me get back. It says here, you shall eat plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God that hath dwelt wondrously with you, and my people shall never be ashamed. That's the thing. When you lose something, guilt isn't just there. I don't know what you lost. Like I said, I lost some things in my life prior, okay? And I may lose some things going forward. But the truth of it all that I do know is that I will recover it all. But I know you've been in a place where you lost something. And guilt was there a little bit, but you know the main thing that reigned over that guilt? It was shame. Trying to figure out what people gonna say if they know or if they see. It's shame. And sometimes it's not that you have done something truly wrong. Sometimes things will be taken from you so that you can grow. But there's still a sense of guilt and there's still a sense of shame. And I'm here to tell you that if you would get on the right track, Jack, y'all, this may be a long one, that you will recover it all. You will have plenty and be satisfied. You'll be satisfied, not stagnant. Because a lot of times when people get in this sense of being satisfied, they're not in motion. But in this type of thing that God does for you in restoring the years back unto you, he will not only allow it to be plentiful, but you'll be satisfied and you'll still be moving forward, not in stagnation. Okay, let's see what else, because I was gonna stop right there, but now I'm curious to see what else it says. Okay, here we go. It said, you shall never be ashamed. Here we go. And ye shall know that I am in the midst. It says of Israel. It was talking to Israel, but don't you know I'm Israel right now, and you Israel right now. The word, let me say this, the word applies to everybody where it can fit in, okay? Don't just think just because God was talking to one particular people that it don't apply to you. It applies to you. It applies to you. Did you hear what I say? It applies to you just like the children of Israel when they needed to be freed out of Egypt. Some of y'all are still in captivity with Pharaoh over there. Pharaoh looks like this, that, and the other in your life, and you need to be freed right now, okay? So I'm telling you, the word applies to everybody in a given situation. So listen to me. Here we go. So it says here, and you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. Man, how many times did he just say that? Twice. Now I'm curious to read some more. Here we go. And it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire, the pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. Now listen, are some of y'all kids over there giving y'all encouraging words, okay? Are they having dreams of good things and they come to tell you about it? Don't just brush it off. God will give your kids dreams. In other words, he will give your kids dreams and give everybody else dreams around you to be a prophecy to you, to let you know that the best is yet to come. Y'all listen, when you're reading, sometimes it's confusing when you're not coming to God to read or to read to understand what he's actually saying. So sometimes when you read a word of God, and y'all know, I read the Bible, okay? And I also have a Quran, and I also have other books. And what I do whenever I go to God, what I do is I say this in particular: God, whatever's in here that is of you, let me retain and let me hide it in my heart. If it is not of you, if any part of it is not of you, then don't let me retain it. And if there is, like I said, some parts in there that are of you, let me retain and let me hide it in my heart. And if there were some things that were left out that was not added in, then impart that within me. Because y'all do know the Bible and any other book that's pertaining to God, that's not all of God's word. That's not all of who God is. You can't get all of who God is in one book, in 2 books, in 3 books, or in 4 books. However, you can go to God and ask him to give you revelation and information of what it is that you need to know. And that I read to you today, it applies to you. He said that he will restore back unto you the years, which means what? I don't care how long it's been that you seem to have lost something, God will restore it unto you once you turn and move in the right direction. It's 2020 right now. It may be 2021 next year when you see this, or 2022, or whenever, or what year, or whenever you watch this. You may have lost something, but I'm here to tell you, God said he will not make you ashamed. He said it twice. You will not be ashamed. Do not let the falsehood of feelings get you over there feeling guilty because your car got repoed. Do not let the falsehood of feelings get you over there feeling ashamed because your car got repoed. Don't let the falsehood of feelings make you feel guilty and ashamed because you lost your house. Don't let the falsehood of feelings make you be ashamed because you lost your job. Don't let the falsehood of feelings put you in the space of being ashamed or feeling guilty. Why? Because God said he will restore it all, which means what? Like I told you before, sometimes you will lose things. Either 1, because you're not all the way aligned and connected and you're moving in the wrong direction. Either 2, God got something greater for you. And when God has something greater for you, he will restore a thing. And restore doesn't mean that he's going to give you the same thing that you lost. It means that he's going to give you better. And not just better, he's going to give you what? Plenty. And not just plenty, he's going to make sure that you're satisfied. So that when you're finished paying all your bills, if you have a taste for a T-bone steak, you can go and get that too. If you have a taste or have a feeling to go on vacation, you paid your bills and now you can go to Hawaii or wherever you want to go. You won't be just stuck. You'll have plenty and you'll be satisfied. Does that make any sense? You will recover it all. Y'all remember growing up, you used to have lost and found? You remember how it was when you realized that you left your jacket at school and you knew the next day was going to be real cool and whatnot, and you needed that jacket? What did you have to do? Just retract your steps. That's what you did the first time, right? You retract your steps. And where was the last place I had on my jacket? Where was the last place I had my phone? Where was the last place I had my earrings in my hand? Where was the last place I had my shoes? Where was the last place I had my socks? Where was the last place I had my wallet? When you lose something, you start retracking your steps. That's what we haven't been doing. You have lost things, but you haven't retracked. Where was the last place where I was in a space of happiness? Retract, go back. Where was I? What kind of mental thinking was I in? And when you retract the steps, you say, oh, that's where I was. And when you go to that place and you don't find it, then there's one last place to look. It's in the what? Lost and found. God always keeps the things that you lose or that you forget about. Why? Because he knows eventually you're going to come back looking for them. Why? Because at the time that you lose them, you don't really appreciate the thing. You don't really know what you have. You normally lose things a lot when you don't understand the value of them. God has imparted within you gifts and a whole lot of things, but because you don't know the value of what you're worth, of who you are at core in God, you put it to the side and you say, yeah, I can sing a little bit, but I'm going to go and pursue this. And you got to allow you to pursue that thing. And then when you see that ain't what it is, you retract. And you come back to lost and found and say, okay, God, I'm going to try to sing a thing again. And when you try to sing a thing again, what happens? You blow up. Yes, you do. It's a success, along with other things in your life. So listen, everything that you have lost, you will recover it all. You will recover it. God will restore that thing. He will restore it to you. And listen, don't be over there feeling guilty. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I'm telling you, I ain't telling you something that I don't know about. I've been there. When you lose a thing and guilt is on you or a shame is there. But when you know the word and you apply the word and you live the word, which means what? You become the word, which makes you what? Convinced of the word, which means what? You're convinced of the truth that God has spoken to you. Then you can what? Be loyal to it, like I talked about it on yesterday, and you'll be committed to knowing the truth. That way, there's no reason that you should feel guilty. There's no reason that you should feel ashamed when you've gotten on the right track. You stand all the way aligned and connected. Why? Because now you know that God says what? That He will restore back unto you the years. Just remember that. If you don't remember anything else that you heard on this golden nugget today, God will restore the years that was taken from you. From whatever shape, form, or fashion out there. However it was taken, however it was lost, He said He will restore it. Even your youth. Some of y'all was looking all tired out, had you looking old and decrepit over there. But God said He's going to restore that. So next time they see you, you're going to look like a whole new creature. You got a facelift? She got a facelift. Now, He must have been doing that workout thing, that extreme workout. That's what. Because they weren't looking at you on last year. God will restore back unto you your years. He will restore your years back unto you, whether it's your health, your wealth, your looks, your thoughts, your mentality, your heart. He will restore that thing. Some of y'all have been heartbroken, had a bad breakup. Some of y'all were left at the altar, just about to say your I do's, and somebody said, I don't. And you said, I can't recover from this. God is saying you will not be ashamed. Do you know who's coming next? Do you know who's about to come and marry you now? Do you have an idea? God will bring somebody in your life that will make the one who ran from the altar look like my precious Spiegel. And you be like, oh my God, thank you, God. Thank you so much that they stood me up at the altar. God, thank you so much that they quit me. Thank you so much, God, that they left me, that they dumped me. Some of y'all are crying over some Spiegels over there. My precious. Got all Popeyes and whatnot and big ears and all this kind of stuff. One strand of hair and one tooth in the front, and you cry, ooh, he left me. And some of y'all got some Spiegelets. Some ladies that said they ain't want to be with you no more. And they will pop out and have one string, but who God is sending to you next, they're going to be good. They're going to look good. And guess what? God will allow the Spiegels and the Spiegettes to see your new of your wife. They're going to say, how in the world he got her? Now, how in the world she get him? Nobody but God. And you're going to be saying, thank y'all. God, you saved me from a bullet. Yes, God did. God delivered me from being shot by that bullet. Exactly. God knows how to protect you. He knows how to restore things unto you. So stop crying over, in other words, spilled milk. Be happy that milk spilled, because if it had never been spilled, you would have never noticed that stain on your table. You had a little scratch on your table and you didn't even notice it was a scratch there. But when the milk spilled, you wiped the milk up and said, what? My table's been scratched. And then you went and got the necessary things to go and repair the scratch. And now your table's brand new. That's how our life is. God allowed things to happen to us, or happen for us, so that we can realize things that need to be trained in our lives, so that we can get what He has called us to be, do, and have. And then you can do what? Have things restored back into your life. Y'all, I almost at 20 minutes. I told y'all if it got good, I was going to keep on talking. I believe I told y'all it was going to be a long one. Obviously, it got good, but I had to get on here to tell you that you lost it. Yeah, you did. You lost it. But you will recover it all. Whatever the it is. Whatever the it was, okay? You are going to recover it, okay? And it's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. It's going to be plentiful. And you will be what? Satisfied. I hope y'all got this thing, but if you didn't get it, rewind and watch again. But in the meantime, in between time, if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to make a smile. But listen, I'll talk to y'all soon. Be blessed. Oh, I forgot, because your smiles will always be genuine. Exactly. It's like, y'all finished it for me. Y'all know how I say it. But listen, be blessed, stay blessed. Now, I hope y'all watched this to the end, but if you didn't, I don't even know. But if you did, congratulations. Welcome into the land of plentiful. Welcome into the land of being all satisfied. Welcome into the land of restoration, okay? I'll talk to y'all. Y'all be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. And remember, you will recover it all. Either in 2020, in 2021, in 2022, 2023, shucks, it could be 30, 34, okay? You will recover it all. I hope y'all got it. Y'all know what's coming.